looking for love. You could say that it's changed a bit in recent years. Dating apps have only been around for a single decade and they're already the most common method through which partners meet. The stigma that once existed has gone and they're as integrated into our technological lives as Instagram or Facebook. Our eerily quick adoption of these virtual matchmaker overlords has done wonders for the industry, which is now estimated to be worth $12 billion. It's an increasingly competitive space with countless niche variations popping up every year to serve our insatiable desire to find love at first swipe or lust at first bite. And who better to test out some of these apps than our very own social media manager, Geraint Smith, who I'm convincing to be my human guinea pig for this video. But if you're anything like me and you tend to overthink things, can you help but wonder, is this a damning indictment of our attention economy? A symptom of convenience over connection? Even our deepest human needs, emotional and physical connection, are on demand too? Or is the ability to efficiently find friendship, love, hookups, a technological revolution? One thing is for certain, dating apps have changed the game. The only game that ever really mattered, fending off the grim spectre of loneliness. So join me on my quest to find out A, how the hell did we get here? B, what has it done to us? And C, can I harness my newfound knowledge to find Geraint Smith some simple human connection? Let's find out. Hello Geraint.
Hello Matthew.
Do you know why you're here?
No.
Do you want to know?
Yes.
I'm going to set you up on some bespoke dating apps and help you curate your profile to find you love. I'm going to put you on Nuit, Toffee dating, and Jigsaw.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, let's do this. What does it involve?
Getting you into wardrobe. From personal ads dating back 300 years to hookups described in the Bible, matchmaking certainly isn't a new phenomenon. There's Jesus, look, swiping his way through Bethlehem. In the old days, matchmaking was primarily done by friends, family, pillars of the community, but no one likes being set up by their overbearing aunt, not even when it's your only option.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch.
But like with so many other remedies for boring olden times, technology was the answer. In the 1960s, two Harvard students built Operation Match, the very first matchmaking service run by a computer. Basically a social network, but 40 years earlier. Some 90,000 users paid $3 and answered 75 questions about themselves and 75 about their ideal date. And no, there was no option to add a photo of yourself at the gym looking like a beefcake. Answers were then recorded on punch cards and fed through an IBM computer the size of a transit van. After a number of weeks processing, customers then received a list with the 6 most eligible individuals and their contact details. Talk about spoiled for choice. Luckily for Geraint, we're going to aim for better than 6 matches. But to give me the best chance of giving Geraint the best chance, I thought I'd hit the streets to ask who else out there is finding love on the apps. So we're in the romantic capital of the world, London, and behind me is St Paul's Cathedral, and he built this for his wife that he met on Tinder. You looked very much in love back then.
So far wrong.
Are you on a dating app?
Absolutely not.
What do you mean you can't be out?
We can't be out. Like, you're catching us right now.
Are you having an affair? Did you meet on Ashley Madison? Have you ever met anyone on a dating app?
No.
Are you on any dating apps?
No.
Not interested?
No.
Have you been on a dating app before?
No. I mean, it seems a bit intimidating.
I personally think London is shit for dating apps.
Why?
I'm a little bit more laid back and I feel like British people are a little bit more closed up.
What do you think of dating apps?
Yeah, it's trash.
Sometimes they can be a bit inappropriate.
I've never been on a dating app.
So we've talked to loads of people today and everyone seems to say, no, I'm not on them.
I've got a lady.
And you met in the real world?
Yes, we did, yeah.
Is that preferable to you to meeting someone online?
I guess so, yes.
Better story for the grandchildren.
Yeah.
Do you meet in a romantic way?
No.
Point us in the right direction.
I think there. Like
under the ground?
On the tube.
Subterranean?
Yeah.
School.
That's a terrible story.
I think it's now essential due to lockdown. It's the only way you're going to meet someone. So.
Just looking at the talent, yeah.
Do you find anything that you liked?
No.
It makes people socialise, and it's a good way of like connecting with people like that. Yeah, so it's a good look.
Let's keep looking. You, sir, you on any dating apps?
I'm not, no. Just got out of a long-term relationship.
Have you guys ever been on a dating app?
No.
Well, yeah.
Have I made this awkward?
No, I don't need to bother.
Did you guys meet on a dating app?
Yes.
Yeah.
What dating app?
Tinder.
I knew it.
I mean, this is the first date.
Guys, I give you my blessing. Have you ever met anyone on a dating app?
number of people, not one or two.
Are you looking for sort of something serious, or is it just more casual hookups?
Something serious, I guess. But it's not a good time for that at the moment.
It just conveniently isn't working out.
Yeah.
Have you ever met anyone on a dating app?
My boyfriend. We met on Tinder about 4 years ago. We're still together. First guy I ever went on a date with on Tinder was him. So
What about your friends? Do they have relationships through dating apps?
I can't say I know anyone personally who's met someone they've been together for a long term, but plenty of people have had good dates and stuff with dating apps.
Are you going to marry this guy?
I don't know.
Now to set up Geraint on his first app, Toffee Dating, which is exclusively for people that went to private school. Tinder for Toffs, as it's been branded by the press. You look comfortable.
I don't feel it. Not being privately educated, I don't think this is going to go that well.
Yeah, your daddy owns a bank. Your daddy owns a bank. Love it. Stocks, bonds.
How do you do? It says. How do you do?
What's your opinion on elite dating apps?
My only other experience of that would be Raya, and I didn't get in.
Reportedly, Raya has only 10,000 members and only admits the upper echelons of society. A minimum of 5,000 Instagram followers is required, but you'll need some serious social clout to be guaranteed entry and swim amongst a pool of love-seeking celebs like Frodo, Ginny Weasley, Channing Tatum and Demi Lovato.
Oh no, now it's asked me what school I went to.
Let's go for Eton.
Eton? What if I can't get in? What if I have to prove? Christchurch Cathedral School, Oxford.
That sounds about right.
That sounds a bit of me. I, Geraint, hereby declare that the information provided is true and correct. Right, they're reviewing my application.
How long does that take?
They've probably got to go to the school, find out, check the records, see if I went there. Oh, God.
Do you know what? We should call them.
Sure, let me just call them now.
Christchurch Lodge, good afternoon. Mandy speaking.
I've just signed up to the dating app Toffee for privately educated members of your school.
Should you be through to the school rather than the actual college?
My name's actually etched in the wall of the college.
Right.
And I believe they're going to be contacting you, and I was just wondering if there's anything you can do to help speed up my application.
We don't run a dating app here. We're a university.
I see. I'll ring the head instead, no problem.
Okay.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
It looks like we might have to wait for a few days for you to get approved on Toffee Dating. In the meantime, you can work on your accent. Say, my daddy has a yacht in the south of France.
My daddy has a yacht in the south of France.
Let's quickly rewind to the 1970s. As the reality of Moore's Law comes slamming into effect, things got quicker and smarter. Rudimentary punch cards turned into full-colour VHS, and for the first time in human history, we were able to screen, in all senses of the word, your potential love match. Jeff Ullman launched the world's first and biggest video dating service, Great Expectations, in 1976. Customers would walk into their member centres, which were decorated with gigantic photos of happy couples. They'd sit down and answer a variety of questions on their eligibility as a romantic partner, all on video.
Hi, I'm Maurice. I'm an executive by day and a wild man by night.
Being the godfather of dating, I absolutely had to track Jeff down and get his take on our modern search for love.
Congratulations, you made a very smart move.
We have great expectations about love and lust and like. So video dating made it more like you already knew something. And none of our videos were interviews. They were conversations. They were back and forth, but it was honest. And that's what people wanted. They wanted mostly a ring on their finger. They didn't want that. They came to Great Expectations with the expectation, with the belief, with the fervent commitment of, I want commitment. I know what I don't like in a relationship. I'm here to find someone who wants me for who I am.
Can you tell me about what you think of the modern phenomenon of dating on apps like Tinder and Bumble? What do you make of that? Because you're kind of the godfather of dating.
Internet dating is fabulous. It still misses a huge element. But there's no good video dating service online, and there needs to be. And there shouldn't be the same questions asked. It shouldn't be an interview. It should be conversation, back and forth. Because in a conversation where questions are asked by someone who knows what they're doing, gently, almost invisibly, that's the way to bring out somebody's chemistry. Just 5 or 6 minutes. A 30-second video? No, come on. That's just eye candy. That's setting you up for disappointment.
Chakras or chakra?
You went to Eton, so this next app is Nuit, finding your soulmate amongst the stars. So Geraint, what star sign are you?
I am a Gemini, for all my sins.
That is the worst star sign you could possibly be.
You're a Gemini?
Exactly.
Riding a unicorn through the cosmos, headbutting a comet, smelling a crystal, the smell of a Leo on a hot day.
Calculate astrological compatibility. Get started. My bio says, hi, I'm Geraint. I'm a Gemini. I only date people during Mercury retrograde to align my chakras to the vibrational frequency of your heart.
Not creepy at all. Now let's get on there and let's start meeting some other star people.
Okay, it's scanning. It's searching. Here we go. Please, stars, please, please, please. Instead of swiping right or left, you swipe up or down, and then it calculates your compatibility. It says I'll only match with mutable signs, people of masculine polarity, air elements, and ruling planet Mercury. Positive traits: intellectual, versatile, witty, knowledgeable, great communicator. Negative traits: inconsistent, nervous, a gossip. Fuck. Okay, so I've just swiped down to calculate my first match's compatibility. It's saying romance, 55, magnetism, 51. So then I can send a chat request and take it to that next step.
Take it to the next step.
Likelihood of surprises, unexpected change, 80%, i.e. breakup. Shared creativity and intuitive compatibility, 7%. This doesn't seem compatible. Right, Cupid, what message should I curate for this Sagittarian?
It's not going to work out, so I think you should send her a breakup message.
Hi, Sagittarian. Our compatibility chart has told me that we're not going to be very supportive of one another. So shall we just cut to the chase and break up? Send. Are you serious? Are you actually serious?
Yes, I'm serious. I'm serious.
That is your girlfriend's sister?
That is my girlfriend's sister. Yes.
And she was the first match, the first compatible match on the app. Now that is serendipity. That is the stars aligning. We're not compatible, one bit, but what are the chances?
In 1993, this thing called the World Wide Web appeared, and it was a total game changer for online matchmaking. Entrepreneurs quickly took advantage of this new spider web of connectivity. Kiss.com in 94, Match.com in 95, and then Hollywood lit the touch paper, and suddenly the whole world saw Hanks and Ryan falling in love online.
If you're involved with someone on email.
This woman is the most adorable creature I've ever been in contact with.
What really enabled us to become personal caretakers of our own love lives was this being released in 2007, the transition to handheld devices. Then, in 2009, we get the birth of Grindr, the disruptive geosocial app aimed at the gay community, the prototypes for apps that we know and love today. It did for hooking up what Uber later did for stumbling home from the night bus. And Stephen Fry even whipped it out on Top Gear to explain its functionality.
Hi, I'm Mike, and it tells you how close they are. It says he's 20 yards away.
No.
Yeah.
You can find the nearest cruising homosexual with one of those.
Cupid was now armed to the teeth with heat-seeking missiles, instant messaging, easily creatable profiles, and geolocation that gave us our exact proximity to other users. Call that creepy? I call it convenient. No, it's definitely creepy.
The inventor of the Jigsaw puzzle has died. His wife was in 1,500 pieces.
Firstly, I'd like to know what Jigsaw is and how you came about setting up a dating app, because that's not the most common thing to do.
No, even though there is about 10,000 dating apps out there, which is absolutely mental. It basically started off as a dating app that was conversation first, photo second. So the whole image was covered in a jigsaw puzzle. Then over time, we've iterated it to just covering the face. But ultimately, it's a stance against the industry. It's an anti-superficial dating app, and it's just trying to encourage people to have conversations and connect with each other, not just connect with swiping on photos.
Oh, it's puzzling over my face. Oh, it's hidden me. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like the idea. I think a lot of these apps can be quite shallow and drive people to act in more shallow ways than they would usually. This is like blind date. You are literally Cilla Black. 50% of people so far have got the puzzle pieces over their face, but they have no information. There's nothing in their bio. It would be like going on a date, wearing a bag on your head and saying nothing. Maybe they should have a pheromones section where you can like see what they smell like. Oh God. Oh. All I know is that you're from Biggleswade. How's the weather in Biggleswade today? Biggleswade. We will get along if you like feeding pigeons and squirrels by hand. My most irrational fear is that I'll wake up one day to find out our rabbit is 10 times its usual size. and he looks me dead in the eyes and says, "Good morning." See, I rate this. This is good. This is what I want. Like, this is what you need, is someone to actually give you something to vibe off of.
You
I don't know what they
vibe
look
off
like.
this?
Yeah, man, it's funny, right? Yeah, maybe a bit too weird.
Was it a daunting prospect going into an industry that is dominated by companies like Tinder and Bumble?
Yeah, we'll just call it complete naivety to say no, it wasn't daunting at the beginning. It's a really extremely hard market to penetrate. The industry leaders, have critical mass, and the effects of the existing market seems to call out for more and more alternatives and more innovation. And that's ultimately, what Jigsaw is. It is a dating app, puts a puzzle over your face, but ultimately that puzzle is there as a tool to help gamify conversation and help encourage people to send messages, because you wouldn't be on the app unless you just want to stare at people with puzzles on their face. It's trying to push and strive for innovation in a market that really has lacked it for the last, you could argue almost since its inception in the mid-90s, and really hoping that we can pave that way for many more dating apps and hopefully create a bit of a counterculture and a critical mass outside of these core dating apps.
Hello, Geraint.
Hello, Matthew.
How close do you think you were to finding love?
There's probably more chance of me falling in love with you, Matthew.
Are you going to continue with these various different dating apps, or would you rather go back in time and do a VCR tape, Great Expectations style?
The one thing I will say is I think that it is a luxury to have these in the palm of your hand. I think the efforts, the lengths you would have to go to back in the day to film something about yourself to attract another mate is just miles apart from where we are now. So as much as I can complain about them being super niche and having to put all this time and effort in, if this is the best that we've got, then yeah, why not? Hello, my name is Geraint. I am really unique and also special as well. I like long romantic walks on the beach, and I like to read books. Please give me a call.